What if I told you that paying off your student loans as fast as possible might actually be making you poorer? It sounds completely backwards. Your parents, your school counselors, and every financial advice account tells you the exact same rule. Debt is bad, pay off debt. But following that rule without looking at the numbers can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in lost growth over your career. Picture this situation. You just landed your first real job. You've got a salary. But you also graduated with maybe $30,000 or $50,000 in student loans. Every single month, that huge payment goes out, and you feel that heavy emotional weight holding you down. You want to sprint towards zero and be free. But while you are pouring all your cash into killing that debt, time is quietly compounding on the other side of the equation. By treating those loans strictly as an emotional burden that must be eradicated, you end up completely missing the mathematical reality of how wealth is actually created. Let's look at the foundational mechanism of wealth building, compound interest. This graph shows what happens to a $5,000 investment. Let's put it in a standard retirement account, returning the market average of 7% a year. After 1 year, it ticks up to $5,350. Leave it alone and time takes over. After 10 years, it approaches $9,800. After 30 years, that initial $5,000 balloons to almost $38,000. You didn't do any extra work. The money is simply multiplied. Now watch what happens if you spend your 20s aggressively paying down debt and wait until age 32 to invest that exact same $5,000. By retirement, that delayed investment only reaches about $19,000. It is the exact same starting amount, but waiting 10 years creates a $20,000 penalty. Focusing all your capital on debt early on stops your wealth from multiplying when time is most effective. But you still have those student loans to deal with. And they come with a specific number attached, the interest rate. This is an animation showing financial arbitrage. Your decision on where to put your money hinges entirely on weighing the cost of your loan against the expected return of your investment. Let's look at the balance. If you hold a student loan charging you 4% a year, but the stock market historically returns about 7% a year, the math tips in your favor. You're netting a 3% gain by investing instead of paying down the loan early. Capturing that 3% positive spread on tens of thousands of dollars, compounding over decades, builds a significant amount of wealth. But let's flip the scenario. Say you have a private student loan with a punishing rate of 10%, 12%, or even 16%. Now the math changes entirely. Your loan is charging you more than the market is likely to give you. By holding that debt, you are mathematically moving backwards by 3% or more every single year. In this scenario, paying off the debt aggressively actually is the smarter move. It comes down entirely to whether that interest rate spread is positive or negative. All of this math distills down into one straightforward action plan. If your student loan interest rate is below about 6 or 7%, your priority should be investing first. If your student loan rate is above 7%, your priority flips. Pay off the debt first. That single percentage point dictates your strategy. But there is a massive variable we haven't talked about yet, and it supersedes all of the math we just did. Your employer's 401k match. If your company offers a match, they are giving you a guaranteed 100% return on your contribution. Yet people walk right past this literal free money every single day because they are completely fixated on clearing their student loans. Pouring cash into a low-interest debt while ignoring a 401k match means leaving thousands of guaranteed dollars on the table. If you have a job with benefits, check your matching policy immediately.